So I am Alex. I'm from a place called Chorley, but first I'm going to ask you a question. Is anybody here from Liverpool? Now we know who the two suspects are. There are things I want to tell you about where I am from. The first one, we are known for two things. The first one would be high teen pregnancy rate. The other one happens to be cake. That tells you something about the women we have. And another thing is there is a lot of drugs where I am from. My next door neighbour is a drug dealer. My next door neighbour's next door neighbour is a drug dealer. I once thought my nan was a drug dealer. But then again, maybe she was only offering me a drink of coke. But that doesn't explain the meth. So one thing I do really dislike is this whole cats and dogs argument. You go, oh, I love cats, oh, I love dogs. Now, I'm going to tell you why dogs aren't a lovable animal. If I wanted to look after something that would whine when I didn't beat it, and expected me to feed it, then I'd just adopt a child. Cats, on the other hand, yeah, they're a bit of perverts. You go up to a cat, you stroke it, and it turns to you, raises its tail, and looks at you and thinks, stick a finger in, I won't tell anybody. My friend once told me a story. She went with her dog to the park, she played some frisbee with it. She described it more as catch and chew. I see that more like Angelina Jolie's relationships. So I went to Morrison's shopping. Usually there's a homeless guy, usually they're nice people. This guy happened to be in a bad mood this day. He asked me to buy a big issue. I'd clearly just been shopping, so I said, no sorry, I have no money. He decided to run after me and shout, what's that you're wearing? That jacket looks like something 40-year-olds would wear. He looks about 40 and homeless. He can't really say anything. So now, whenever I see a homeless person and he's nearby, I tend to do this. Here's some money, homeless person. Spend it on something nice, like a Kit Kat. Prick. So I do like technology. Technology is a great thing. It lets you do all sorts of things. But it also turns people into morons. I once had an argument with my girlfriend at the time over the paternity of our Sims baby because it wasn't white. My next door neighbour, I think she's technologically retarded. Whenever she's on Skype talking to her friends, all I ever seem to hear is, oh my god, I'm on Skype, it's amazing! Followed by a hell of a lot more screams and some weird smells. So whenever somebody famous dies, they always put a TV show on about it. They always put a TV show about their life. Steve Jobs died. My friend put on his Facebook status he'd just seen Steve Jobs' memorial TV thing about his life. Said it had a sad ending. Now, I'm guessing this is a bit like the Bible. Did he die in the end? But then again, Steve Jobs' tablets are probably a bit more up to date. So I like to play some pranks with my neighbours. One of my neighbours bought a pumpkin once, of Halloween obviously, so I drew a Harry Potter face on it. Another neighbour decided to draw a dick on this, so I put a knife in it. So the next neighbour decided to put a lot of knives in it, so I carved its face up with a knife and left a note saying, "You're next, fuckers." Next time they try and one-up me, I'm going to stick the hamster into the microwave. Just kidding, it's a guinea pig. So another thing that really annoys me about technology is this whole like censorship kind of thing. You're allowed to say one thing on TV, you can't say another thing. And one of these, an example, is tampon adverts. You are allowed to advertise all of these things for women. It's perfectly fine. A woman runs down the road. Oh look, she's got a happy period. She gives a flower to a child. That's perfectly fine. You never see adverts about men with boners. You never see a man with a boner running down the road. He would get arrested. If a man had a boner and gave a child a flower, he would definitely get arrested. So, this isn't right. We should probably do something about this. Maybe more boners, maybe not. That's kind of a hit and miss thing. So, there's lots of charity shops around. I went to a charity shop. Well, I walked past a charity shop. There's always things outside of it, so I had a look at what there was, as you do. It was a box of odd shoes. It said, shoes, buy one, get one free. I'm sorry, but don't they normally come in pairs? But the worst thing about this was, there was a singular high heel, which means that some poor bloke will have gone, bought a trainer, bought a high heel, had to put them on, walked home, and nobody hopefully notices. I did manage to pull it off, by the way, so don't worry about that one. I think that's pretty much about what I have, but one thing I do want to say is, since moving to Bangor, there have been a lot of stereotypes for students. Going to clubs is another one of these things. They always expect us to love hip-hop. I don't. I find it quite offensive that they don't understand my musical taste in country western. But then again, themed now basically mean everybody has to show up in cut-offs and try it on with their sister. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Alex and I hope you've enjoyed everything.